Today we're taking a look at Avalanche's Avax coin, performing some technical analysis and making some predictions on where we can expect to see Avax go in the near future. Let's get into it. I've partnered with Crypto.com to provide my viewers with an awesome opportunity to accelerate their crypto journey. Crypto.com is used by over 50 million users in 90 countries across the globe and is a leading platform for buying, selling and staking crypto. They also offer metal Visa cards with a huge range of rewards that allow you to convert and withdraw your crypto in fiat currency. Crypto.com is offering a $25 sign up reward using my affiliate link in the description or by entering affiliate code RyanProven. Welcome back into Avalanche's Avax coin chart, guys, and as you can see, our upwards trending channel has certainly been maintained, which is awesome news, and we're currently sitting at a value of $23.47. Now, interestingly enough, we did dip below our $22 point of horizontal support. And I think the reason for this is because the new trend has been established, this support point is no longer really that relevant at all. So what I'm going to do is basically remove this point, remove that point, I'm going to remove the point at the top as well, and all these other horizontal points of support and resistance. And what you can see now is basically we're focusing on two key factors. The first of which being obviously the upwards trending channel we're now in, with the support and resistance points being the top and bottom of this, as well as in particular the 20-day moving average, which we are basically sitting right on top of at the moment, which is also at $23. We did dip below this point on two occasions, once over here on the 25th to the 27th of July when we last looked at the coin, and then just recently in the past few days, but it's looking like we are sort of sitting on it and is acting as a major support point for us. You can see as well that this 50-day moving average is starting to swoop up. So pending that, obviously the 20-day moving average holds as a key point of support. We shouldn't need to see the 50 come into play, but that would be a solid point for us if things were to obviously fail moving into the near future. Now, as you can see, I had this line in place here is where we predicted from the last video that we could go. I also had another line. It was a bit more bullish and it looked something a bit more like that. So obviously option 2 came into play, and that at the end of the day doesn't bother me. It's showing we're getting clear, consistent and not over the top movement. What we want to see is this consistency. We don't want to see massive spikes upwards, because then you're going to see massive drops as well as traders come in, make a bit of money and then dump all their coins. So for Avax, this channel trending and moving slowly off the bottom points up to the top as we are seeing there is the ideal case scenario. It's played out basically as we anticipated, except for that little drop we did actually see over here from the 25th to the 27th, but then things sort of came back into play, back to where we were anticipating. It's also looking like we're not going to bounce off this bottom point again, as the 20-day moving average is acting as the key support point. Looking at the volume now, the volume isn't showing us too much other than the fact that it is still, I suppose, dropping since basically over here on the 18th of July at this type of an angle. This is showing more consolidation. You can see basically from that point we have only moved sideways, so nothing too massive has occurred, but as we start to see a swoop up now, we should see a new high of the past few months be hit. Ideally, of course, we want to touch the top end of this trend line, and we're going to be moving sort of something a bit like this, I would hope, although that could be quite bullish, hitting that 30 mark so quickly. And instead, what we might see is actually a movement a bit more like this in that sort of a manner instead. That would be probably my preference, purely because we're not shooting up to the top end of the trading channel and we are moving slowly and consistently upwards. Let's have a look at the RSI now. And the RSI is showing us that, yes, we have certainly been moving towards, I suppose, the east, in the sense of we are still trading in the same range. There's not more buyers than sellers. We're pretty consistent with the RSI sitting at 54.64. So plenty of room for us to bounce and now move back upwards to the top end of this channel. So looking pretty good from that perspective. You can see the RSI is going to cross that line as well over here, the moving average line. So not looking too shabby at this point in time. MACD, this is going to be probably one of the more interesting ones. And as you can see, we've actually had a cross of the 12-day EMA below the 26-day EMA. Now, obviously this isn't ideal, but one positive I'm taking out of this immediately is the fact that this is so shallow. And the fact that it's so shallow means that people aren't selling off and simply the price is moving sideways. I think we're going to very quickly see that 12-day EMA swoop back up and go back above the 26-day EMA. Of course, that would be a big indicator and big tick for us to make the move towards the top end of the channel. That looks very good. I just want to also have a look at the Bollinger Bands, and the reason for this is because we were consolidating, as you can see here, and we did have a little bit of a break in an upwards direction, but not too significant. You can see those bands are now coming very close to each other again. So what I'm anticipating is another break of the top end of these bands, because things are now getting relatively tight once again due to the sideways movement that we have seen over the past couple of weeks. All in all though, everything is, in my opinion, pointing towards this channel and this upwards trend that we've now seen basically since over here on the 19th of June. Keep consistency and keep moving in the right direction. As we zoom out, you can see that from the rest of the chart, this is probably the longest point in time where we have seen these nice consistent movements in an upwards direction. Of course, we did see some over here, but this was realistically a bull trap back in February and March of 2022. Whereas now we're at the bottom by the looks and things are starting to recover overall. Very positive signs right now for us, and I am certainly expecting to see within the next few weeks that $30 mark at least tested and hopefully broken above. That wraps up today's analysis of Avalanche's Avax coin, guys. I'd love to hear your thoughts down in the comments section below. Of course, if you did enjoy today's video as well, make sure you do leave a thumbs up. And if you want to see more of this sort of content, hit subscribe and turn on those bell notifications. I'll leave it there for today, guys. I hope you have an awesome day. I'll see you next time. Cheers.